let's talk about strategies for if you have one side, either your left or your right, that makes more milk than the other. For most people, this isn't an issue. If you are making enough milk between both sides to feed your baby or babies, you can just ignore it. If it's bothering you, if there's like a visual discrepancy, or if it's really just kind of making you wonder, like if it's a substantial amount difference, I'm gonna show you a few tips and tricks on how to hopefully even things out a bit. First thing, make sure that you are in the correct flange size. There's directions online on how to do it with a ruler, but really I recommend having a professional size you. So you can message me, I'm happy to do virtual appointments, but basically you want to make sure that you are in the right size on both sides. So you are not always going to have the same flange size on both nipples. And if one nipple is being used in a flange size that's incorrect, that can really affect output. And over a long period of time, it will down-regulate the amount of milk that that side is being asked to make. So make sure you're in the correct size. If you're using a double electric pump, you should be able to isolate one side. So I have, this is the Spectra, I have taken the little rubber stopper, I unplugged one side, stopped up that little tube hole, and I'm going to, the last 2 to 3 minutes of my pumping session, I'm gonna lean forward and use some really good firm compressions, pushing on the sides where I know that I usually am really full of milk. And that's gonna help get you super empty and really send the message to that side, we need you to make more. Another tip, if you have a nursing baby or babies, try to favor that side for a bit. Lots of times we can actually create the discrepancy by favoring the side that it's easier for us to nurse on, which is typically the right. So start with the baby on that side when they're hungrier and more motivated. You can also, if you have a wearable pump, throw that wearable pump in that side randomly, like when you're doing dishes, chores around the house, 5-10 minutes. It doesn't have to be a full-on pumping session, but kind of like a bonus extra, like we're just trying to send the message to that side that we want more than it has been making. So that is the fundamental idea here. You're gonna up the demand on the side that's producing less, and eventually over time, your body should get the message. Don't expect to see huge changes before about 5 to 7 days. That's about the average that I see. So follow me for more tips and tricks on lactation and all things multiples. I'm Lindsay Castiglione, IBCLC.